What I can tell you today is that Alpha 2 will begin in the month of October. So we are a little bit beyond what we expected for quarter 3, slightly.
Hello everyone, Rage Skylar here once again with you. I'm very happy to be here. But you know what? I'm also super duper happy to share these big news with you. As you just witnessed, Steven finally gave us a date for Alpha 2 during the latest livestream. Alpha 2 will finally be available in the month of October of this year. When exactly though? I don't know. However, there's going to be a special livestream with a Q&A dedicated solely to Alpha 2. This livestream is going to happen on the 16th of this month, August, because I don't know, might be another month, right? Who knows? I wonder, is Steven giving me a birthday gift too? Very nice indeed, and appreciated. Steven mentioned that everything will be revealed on that date, specifically during the Q&A. He'll give out a detail, another detail, and maybe more details. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm just kidding, guys. Although I am a little bit sad that the project has been delayed. However, in my humble opinion, which is never humble whenever somebody says that, it's always better to delay a product and make it even better than to rush it out in a very bad and crappy state, which makes the game ultimately worse. Cyberpunk. Oh, my bad, guys. Had a little cough. Moving on to the meats, potatoes of the stream, the Bard class preview. I gotta say, I was completely and utterly amazed by what they have done. It is mentioned by one of the designers that this class specifically took a lot of inspiration from Arcade's Songcraft and its spell dancing archetype, alongside some WoW elements. Well, let's get this started, boys, gals, and furries. Wait. No. Let's just stick with boys and gals, alright? The Bard class is based in 3 concepts, which consist of abilities, melodies, and dances. Be aware though, this class is very party focused, meaning the majority of its kit, well, for both PvE and PvP, will be to provide advantages to the party. Yes, you will definitely be able to level it on your own, but essentially it just works better with the party. First on the block, not a chopping block, mind you, are the melodies, which were kinda like an active passive, if you can catch my meaning. You can play a melody for up to 20 seconds and still move and activate other abilities at the same time. Hell, you can even activate a second melody after that. So far, there are a total of 5 melodies. One that provides a small amount of healing over time, because yes, the Bard is a support class. Another one that helps out with mana regeneration. A movement speed based melody that just makes it go zoom, almost as fast as the Flash. A melody that is dedicated to provide a more leechy effect, or commonly known as lifesteal, to your nearby party members. And lastly, a melody that debuffs your enemy, making it so they take increased damage from every source. Mind you, these melodies work kinda like auras, so you will have to be within a certain radius of it to take any effect from it. Now, they didn't go into the full specifics of passives and abilities that you can level up, but they did mention that there's a certain passive that will let you have up to 2 active melodies at the same time. Neat, huh? Now that you've listened to such a delightful melody of my voice, it is time to get your groove on and actually start dancing, which is exactly what the Bard does as well. I love it every time it dances. It's such a neat concept. And I can see the inspiration from the Spell Dancer. There are a total of 4 dances. A bit less than the melodies, but hey, you'll get tired for sure dancing than just playing an instrument, right? Or am I wrong? You know, those band members in the comments, let me know. The first dance applies a temporary shield to both the caster and his allies within a radius for a certain amount, and it will only last 15 seconds. After that, a very nimble and agile dance will grant, of course, a movement speed bonus. Again, in a radius, and it can actually stack with the melody that grants the same effect. Next up, a mesmerizing dance, which relaxes your opponents like when you mesmerize a cobra, and it applies an area of effect sleep. Do note that when the opponent wakes up, he will have an immunity to sleep for a certain amount of time, and the effect cannot be applied again so soon. A maddening dance, so bad, so hideous. The just from seeing it, your enemies get damaged, and it lowers their efficacy, aka the damage they do. This effect decreases with a greater amount of opponents present, and is at its zenith against a single opponent. Now, finally on the front row, we have the abilities. And let me tell you, they really went all out with their concept. Now, it is a little bit too early to discuss if there's gonna be some kind of mobility creep in Ashes, because first of all, the game's not even out. We don't even have access to the alpha. But trending with every class, it seems they all have a mobility ability. And the Bard is no stranger to this. The ability Flourish will allow the Bard to quickly flourish through the battlefield, and you will actually be able to steer the direction, which is huge. That means you can even do a U-turn. You're not just stuck going forward. It's like you're going down a slide that you can actually control. Now, for the next ability, it's actually got quite a name. And in my opinion, it's something they should tell a lot of these Netflix protagonists, which is get off the stage! And a couple tomatoes here and there, right? But yeah, get off the stage, pushes back an enemy, and applies the debuff Disarm if they were staggered. You seen a pattern here? A lot of the Bard's abilities work off other abilities. And some CCs will only be applied if the target was already CC'd with some other kind of, well, CC. Damn, it's CC Central here. Thankfully, they are addressing this. And certain CCs will apply certain stacks to the enemy, or whoever your opponent that you're CCing, and once they reach a certain threshold of stacks, they will become immune to it for a period of time. Not permanently, right? But for a period of time. Therefore, reducing the stun lock that could have been happening, which is nice. Nobody likes to be in place for like 10 seconds, bro, and just watch yourself die. Now, just like a fireball is essential to a mage, a Bard needs his very own quick wit, which is why it's their main and starter ability. The most interesting part is that this is a dual ability, seeing that it turns into the ability named Glee when it is applied onto an enemy. Quick Wit applies a healing over time effect on its allies, and when targeting an enemy, Glee will apply the Ridicule debuff, which actually damages your enemy while it decreases their damage output. Holy shit, that seems broken. Now up that volume and come a little closer so you can listen to my lovely, lovely serenade. But unlike the Bards, this one won't heal you. Man, I suck at healing classes. Anyways, the Bard's lovely serenade ability is actually a strong single target heal, which from the looks of it was healing a bunch, man. It seems as strong as a cleric, at least just that ability. Now, if you don't feel like listening to more of my serenade, how about an anthem? Well, this Anthem of Alacrity from the Bard will augment an ally's attack and casting speed. Wow, come on guys, it wasn't that bad. I don't get your Chillin' Lament, which doesn't damage me, unlike the Bard's Chillin' Lament that actually does extra damage if the enemy is under a freezing effect while normally just doing damage and applying a chill effect. Alright, stop with the corny, bad jokes and puns. Just one more Dark Lullaby. Alright, I'm kidding. Dark Lullaby will deal spirit damage. A new damage just introduced with the Bard, and it will not wake up any crowd control enemies. Damn, that's good. If that doesn't sell you this bridge, well, Dark Lullaby also deals additional damage when hitting enemies under an incapacitating effect. Basically, crowd control. Whew, man. It's a lot of talking so far. We're almost there though. Just 4 more abilities and then an ultimate. That's right, the Bard has an ultimate ability. Now, much like the Spellcraft ability from Arcage, this Gordon's will send out notes that bounce around damaging enemies. But this notes actually applies stagger. It can bounce around a max of up to 12 times. Dang, that's a lot of damage. Now we have come to the last of the basic abilities. Gambit. This ability lets you swap your health with the target. Now, this cannot be used on enemies. It can only be used on your party members. It's pretty neat when it comes to managing HP values and preventing like a vital roll from dying, right? Kind of reminds me of that Lock Horizon ability. I don't know if you're anime watchers, right? But in Lock Horizon, you had an ability that would swap out the mana from all the party members and then equalize it so that whoever used a lot of mana now had a bunch more to use. And those who had a big ass mana pool contributed to the party, right? Even though they weren't using it. But yeah, kind of like that. But instead of mana, it's actually HP. Now for the finale. We have two very special abilities. However, these won't be the last ones, seeing that the team had more abilities that they couldn't really show because of X, Y, Z, who knows, it probably just wasn't ready. But they will be similar to these two, which is Conflict and Chaos, and these fall under the theme category. A theme for what, you might be wondering? Well, a theme for a saga. When you use Conflict, it increases your party's damage, and using Chaos increases the magical crit, while both apply a stack of Tragedy. Saga is the ultimate ability of the Bard, and it is dependent upon these last two that I just mentioned, since you need 3 stacks of Tragedy for it to actually come online, or at least so far. You see, Saga is a very interesting concept, and it will definitely add a lot of skill curve to the class. It will definitely separate the bad bards from the good ones. They didn't go too much into detail, but other than Conflict and Chaos, there are 4 more themes. And there are a total of actually 4 different sagas, each unique in their own way. And the way to obtain a different saga will be to use a combination of different themes, not yet available right now, but in the future, probably by Alpha 2. The only saga that was used during the livestream was called the Apocalypse. And, like previously mentioned, it required 3 stacks of Tragedy. And it sure was one, seeing as it conjures a freaking dragon that spews flame upon your enemies. The only thing you were missing is just Dracarius. It's such a cool concept, and it makes me a little sad for the mage. Hopefully they improve the mage class a lot more, because let me tell you, the Bard is making it seem very lackluster. Oh, did I mention they also showcased the spellbook weapon? It has undergone a radical change. The spellbook will be in the same class as the greatsword, meaning it will be dishing out slow, heavy and hidden attacks that will splash until nearby enemies. This has been one of my favorite streams. Overall, top tier stream. And if you haven't watched it, make sure to go visit the Ashes of Creation YouTube or Twitch, whatever is more convenient for you, so you can see the full Bard reveal, plus all the little nitpicky details that Steven and the group talk about while they're playing through a quest. So, what do you think about this update? Who's excited and ready to play Alpha 2 alongside with me? Anyone? It's not so far off now, huh? Only 2 months away. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like. And if you really love the video, then go ahead and subscribe so you can see more content from me. It helps me a lot. And I mean it, a lot. I'll be back with even more updates, but for now, this is everything for today. Rachel Skylar is out.